All right. So today on the wonderful, lovely, actually, I should say on the wonderful, lovely Gamingmadirocks. Today is something glorious. At the same time, it's also not so glorious. There's
Just
part of it,
absolute
part of
ludicrous.
it. Now, I have invited Glass and I have invited Scarlet into the chat. There was going to be Kashi was going to be here too, but Kashi didn't show up. So I'm left before I could start. Um, So basically, the big news. How about you take it away, Glass? You start it.
Act, this year, Bobby, the owner of Activision, will still be probably on Call of Duty this year, the Modern Warfare 2. But beginning next year, June 2023, Microsoft will take over. But the question is, will PlayStation or PC be connected with Microsoft? I my guess is probably so because PlayStation and Microsoft are not rivals anymore, and they will probably combine and probably keep pushing the Call of Duty stuff. But from workers, my position is workers from the Activision, the CEO fired, will help probably have him back. Microsoft will and help with Call of Duty things, even Warzone.
Well, I gotta say here, we know there was a difference between Microsoft and Sony, and we know for one of us, the PlayStation company here, we know they've always been independent while working in the Sony department.
Well, to me, to be honest with you, um, you know, Crash Bandicoot, right?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Okay. Well, this is a remarkable thing because the first thing that ever came out as a mascot was for Sony was Crash back in the PlayStation
actually,
One
there
era.
was
No, in the PlayStation One.
actually actually scratch that here. Crash was not the only mascot for Sony for PlayStation One.
It was
There was also
Skylanders.
there was also Spyro.
Well, you also got to realize, guys, that
Activision owns
that Crash Bandicoot
Activision.
was
Oh,
the
There was
sorry.
two
first,
mas there was two mascots for the PS1 when
pretty much,
Sony first introduced the PS1, which was both Crash and Spyro.
pretty much. Crash was the, if you actually know, it was actually Crash. If you go and actually look at ads, you can actually go in and if you look at it, you can actually find Nintendo and Crash. And if you type that up, you will get that. Oh, you plumber boy! You can go find that. Go look that up on YouTube, guys. Just go look it up. You'll see that Sony is trashing Nintendo with Crash as its mascot. So technically, yes, Spyro was released on the PlayStation 1 back in the day, but most notably, Crash was actually technically the one that was really the mascot for the PlayStation 1. But then that all changed later because I don't think Crash was no longer really the mascot for PlayStation
Well,
anymore.
actually, this is what
And
happened. Back in the 1990s was also known as the console wars between
yeah,
Nintendo and Sega, but as when Sony introduced the PS1, it had two mascots for one brand of that console, which was both Crash and Spyro during that time.
well, yeah, of course. Of course, Spyro wasn't really necessarily Trash was probably the more predominant one than Spyro was, but mind you, Square Enix was also the majority person that also was on PlayStation. They were normally a Nintendo thing, but we're here talking about Activision. Well, Activision now owns Spyro and owns Crash. So to be honest with you, they both started out on the PlayStation system. They were both predominantly on PlayStation throughout most of the even PlayStation 2. They were out on PlayStation. Well, now have to this day you had Activision was going a little bit back into history. Activision was its own company. It's actually started back even before um Nintendo was even even around. It was around when the Atari 2600 was around. Activision's been around for a long time. Longer than Nintendo, longer than probably even PlayStation, Sony was. Microsoft, on the other hand, not so much. Microsoft has been around for a long time. But just saying, in genuine gaming aspects, the Microsoft buying Activision is a blessing and a curse. The reason why I'm saying that it's a curse is because we are probably going to see Bobby Kotick getting out of Activision. Hopefully. That doesn't mean that it's not necessarily going to happen. Because I've heard, I was watching a Dreamcast guy. If you guys want to go check him out, I've also checked.
I've been trying to get this bundle for a while.
I also was checking RGT85, and I also was watching, I was also watching Ink Slasher, who is a predominant player in Call of Duty. The other two are not necessarily predominantly, they're just a gaming news place as I watch. There's probably something from Spawn Wave, probably John has probably said something about that too, but...
Oh, man.
But Activision kind of being bought by Sony, are they still going to being bought by Microsoft, sorry?
Alright, I'm gonna do that later on tonight.
If you could have one thing, if you could have another company take over Activision, Blizzard, who would you rather have Activision be a part of? Other than Microsoft. Because personally, I think Microsoft would actually be a good person to actually run Activision. I think would be better than probably Sony, but who knows? Who knows? Sony could have gotten it. Hopefully Sony would buy it, but who knows?
Actually, I could see that actually happening.
But also, could you see Valve buying Activision? Could you see Epic Games buying Activision? Could you see Tencent buying Activision?
I could see both Sony and Epic Games.
To me, I thought Tencent was going to be the one that was going to buy these guys, genuinely. And I'm kind of blessing because at least China doesn't have Activision. Okay, at least China isn't running Activision.
Thank God for that. Well, actually, I mean, it was good for them to team up with our country here when they brought Cold War and last but not least Vanguard out on a couple parts, because you see the part where it says Activision Shanghai.
Well, yeah, Activision Shanghai, yeah, that's because that's part remember. When you see Activision Shanghai, it means that they're being produced over in China. When you see Activision Shanghai.
As producers, yes. I meant that's the part where I'm like saying, hey, they did a good job of helping bring stuff to light here that other countries didn't have access to make both Cold War and Vanguard possible.
Yeah, that is true. But you also got to realize that we also have a few other... Now, remember, Activision's been predominantly into the first-person shooter market. Okay? Activision has released a lot of games solely. If you go and look at Call of Duty Cold War, you can actually go and look and play a whole bunch of old titles from like Atari days. Okay? Like Pitfall.
I don't know, when you go to the classic arcade mode when you're by yourself, yeah.
Yeah, you can play games from back in the day from Activision. Now, Activision was predominantly known for a lot of great games. The big notorious games that Activision had very frontlined that I can put into my mind that actually have came from Activision is Tony Hawk. Okay, Microsoft now has Tony Hawk.
Game series.
Microsoft
hands
now,
down.
Yep, hands down. Hands down. The other one predominantly Activision also made posts was the person that actually genuinely started Call of Duty. Activision also has done, I believe, they never. I take that back. I think there's a lot of games. But you also got to look at
another one that I enjoyed that Activision made back in the early 2000s was all 3 games of Spider-Man, one based off of the actual movie, one involved the Tobey Maguire series.
yeah, that one unfortunately has been tossed to Sony now. So
I know, but I'm just saying, like, for the history that Activision has done in the early 2000s that they
yeah.
helped develop.
But here's the thing. I don't know. Here's the thing. They're still questioning Activision. Well, after the CEO gets booted out of Activision, this will change the future of Activision and every single console on PC. But I'm thinking that it's just I think Sony will stay around with Microsoft, even though they're not rivals, but they will. They're saying they're doing something with the consoles they will provided, and they're going to discuss that probably next year. Was when it releases. They're probably going to do that because they're going to still keep Warzone. But here's my guess: are they going to add Xbox exclusive to Game Pass for all old Call of Duty games?
Now that would be awesome sauce for many Xbox players, yes. But I gotta say that sometimes here, so like for example, for us on PlayStation, for example, it'll be good if later on if they give like a PlayStation Plus exclusive for PlayStation players here for a bright idea for food for thought for the developers and the other parts of Sony.
Well, I'm gonna say right now, anything that has been exclusive to PlayStation will probably not be exclusive to PlayStation anymore.
I meant just like
it will more likely, like for example, you remember
for the PlayStation Plus members. Say like for example, they shouldn't charge more if they want to still keep their membership here when they're playing.
no. Okay. Here's the thing. You remember you guys remember the Cold War mode for I can't remember what the zombie mode. Or with the orb.
Oh wait, actually that was called Containment.
Containment. If you guys remember Containment as a PlayStation exclusive for a year, that was actually genuinely happened. Well, I don't think that's going to happen anymore. I think it's going to be solely Microsoft is going to have the priority for exclusives. They're still going to, I think that Sony is still going to have Call of Duty. I think because if you guys look at this, Call of Duty last year in 2021, what was the best selling game last year in 2021?
Cold War.
Yes, it was.
Yep, and that has also been explained also on WatchMojo.com.
Yes, I understand that. So, if you can say that Call of Duty was the best-selling game on PlayStation, do you think that Microsoft is going to drop it off PlayStation and solely leave it to them on their platform on PC? No, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to drop PlayStation support. I think they're going to keep it on PlayStation, but I think they're going to be more you're going to start seeing all of the old Call of Duties, or most of all the Call of Duties you guys already see, they're already on Game Pass. Some of the Call of Duties are already on Game Pass, so you aren't going to see old Call of Duties. You might see the old Call of Duties back from the Xbox days. You might see those games, but you already see Call of Duty from previous years. There are some of them are probably on Xbox Game Pass and already being supported. So you can't really say that, but you can say that if Microsoft, I've heard they've say that they're gonna keep Activision is still gonna continue to make games for say PlayStation. They're still gonna produce games on it, but I think we're gonna have more of an integration where your stuff that you buy on, say you buy the Activision game on PlayStation, you're going to now be required to have an Xbox Live account in order to play. You'll still be able to play online, but you'll just have to have an Xbox Live account in order to play. And I feel like that's going to be a challenge because we have that's Call of Duty, mind you. We also have Overwatch. Overwatch is now being part of Microsoft. We have Diablo. Okay, one of my favorite
And
games of all time.
yep,
Mind
don't
you,
forget Halo.
well, no, they have Halo, but I'm talking Activision solely. You know,
Oh no, but
Activision
I
now
was
has Diablo. Well, Diablo is now going to be on Microsoft side. So so what? So we already have Diablo 1 is in the works. I think probably Diablo 1's kind of be coming out a remaster. Hopefully that happens because I really want to play all the Diablo games again. Because I love Diablo 1, I loved Diablo 2, especially 2. 3 was okay. But maybe we can get Diablo 4. Maybe Diablo 4 is going to be a lot better now that it's under Microsoft. Maybe they will have some extra expertise from other game companies. You look at Activision. There's some good out of this because you got to look at Halo. We got id Software. We got Doom. We got the creators of Doom. We got a lot of these
I
indie
always love
developers.
Doom.
I but
Let's see. Don't
here's
forget maybe Duke Nukem.
here's my thing. The and even though Microsoft makes Halo, there might be a
Yeah, no,
cross
I.
gen cross for Halo.
Oh
Going
yeah.
into
Well,
Warzone.
what about zombies? Could they do some?
Zom-
Now I'm going to say this. Could Bethesda and Microsoft and Call of Duty, could there be something where there could be a crossover with Doom and Call of Duty?
no, that'll be good. That'll
That'll
probably
be
be
Because
good.
that'll, actually
because
that sounds a little more intriguing there.
because that's kind of where I'm thinking is you know how Call of Duty Ghost was. Do you think Call of Duty Ghost is going to come back now that it's under Microsoft? Genuinely, because Activision said they weren't going to bring Ghost back at all.
You
But
know
do you
what?
think that
I gotta
Microsoft?
I
say,
don't think so. I don't think
I know,
so.
but
But
I gotta say for Activision, if they looked back at Ghost and see what went wrong here, then they can figure out, okay, what could we have done to make it better back then? But if we were gonna make a new one, how could we make it better than the cruddy one that we made back in the
Well,
past?
if you look at Vanguard right now, where you can go back and look at Ghost, you can actually see that Ghost had very large maps. And that was the biggest thing that I didn't like about it. They had the majority of it was large maps. But if you go and look at Vanguard today, you see Vanguard and Ghost kind of large map style maps with Blitz and things. They could bring it back, to be honest with you, and bring it back to being like Vanguard and things. But at the same time, you know, they could bring back like that special mode, that extinction, and maybe can improve on extinction, maybe improve on a lot of this because they got Doom on top of it. Bringing
But
in,
earlier, when
I
it
don't know.
also goes here, this is what it is for the reviews here. People say the campaign mode sucked, but the multiplayer made it up and made it better.
Well,
but
well,
here's my thing for this is um well, you know, Microsoft said they're gonna bring Raven, Sledgehammer, and I think Triarch to help them with Call of Duty. So they're not gonna they're gonna help them put out games, put out stuff, put
yeah,
content out for Call of Duty. So and plus they're gonna hire back some of the workers who got fired. They're gonna hire them
yeah,
back up.
that I do know.
They're gonna get them back, and they're gonna help Call of Duty be back again, be popular, and help Warzone out. Warzone's in dumps right now. It's because of cheaters. Plus, the rocket entry cheat, it's working right now, and people's talking about it. Plus,
I
it
feel what?
it's the rocket entry cheat. They might do something with that. You're gonna keep that in, but you're gonna make it stronger, so they can ban
Do you think?
hackers in the game.
Do you think that the rocket anti cheat? Do you think that because it's been made by Activision themselves? Do you think that Microsoft is going to take that anti cheat and put it into other games? like Halo.
That's a big question. That's a big question. We don't know.
Actually, what you're trying to say was that's a good $1 million question.
Yeah, that is because
I don't know. We just have to wait to see.
Mike, because
It
that's
doesn't go in effect till next year.
well, yeah, that's the thing.
I'm just glad earlier when I woke up this morning, alongside of other games here, that I'm surprised here that Sony's going to bring back for PlayStation. One of my favorites here is going to be coming out on St. Patty's Day here. And this is one of my favorites from Atlas, and it's none but Persona 4 Arena Ultra Mix, which is awesome. And you can only play that game on the PS3, and now I'm just glad they're going to bring it back out for the PS4.
Well, okay.
But Sony hasn't tweeted out anything about collabing with Microsoft, but they will do that maybe before the next year, heading into the next year. They might do that.
Well, the other big question is we know that Activision and Call of Duty is the big bread and butter for Activision, but you also got to realize, if you guys remember, there was an actual game company. The name is still out there, but it is no longer under its own entity. And the guy I got to mention this. The guy I was watching was the Metal Jesus Rocks. He's another one that he used to work for Sierra Online. And
Yeah,
you
not
guys,
to mention also for your main name of what you have as a gamer and a YouTuber is got the inspiration of how that all started for yourself.
that's how I started. That's how my original name got started. And then I was like, no, I got to change it. I got to make it fit for my gender.
For your own version that didn't involve like copyright or plagiarism.
But here's my fact.
No, listen, let me finish.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep the battle pass in?
Yes, they will. I'm pretty sure they will because Microsoft's Halo is doing that. They have a battle pass in that for Halo Infinite. Okay. So they will stay. They will probably still keep it in. Bundles will still be there too because Halo Infinite has that in there too. So it's not that they're gonna stop that. It's just that.
So here's one thing. You tell me that Warzone won't be the free to play. I mean, no, actually, it will be free to play.
It will be free to play. It will stay free to play because you want to know why? The first biggest thing is that the biggest thing is that this year, for all of you who are wondering, will the next Call of Duty come out this year from Modern Warfare 2? Is yes, there will still be a Call of Duty this year. There's not going to be any delay.
People are leaking different kind of stuff about the new map. Verdansk is coming back, but we just have to see.
We'll just have to see because remember, it's now when it comes out in June next year, we will probably still have a Call of Duty coming out next year as well. But will the cycle? Will the cycle of these games? First off, will the cycle of these games start coming out every year, like they have been? Or do you think that the cycle's going to change? We won't have Call of Duty coming out every year. Maybe Call of Duty comes out every 2 years, maybe 3 years. We don't know. We don't know.
Say every 2 or 3 years sounds very accurate, though.
For me, I would rather if Microsoft has so many studios, and there's so many people. We even have Beanox. Okay, Beanox is the one that also helps create Call of Duty and stuff. I'm wondering if there could be another studio that they could do something where maybe they can get some extra help. They're going to probably get some extra help from id Software, who is notorious for being good on Doom, for being
Sony's going to help
Bethesda, I should say.
Beanox did an awesome job also on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater remake of 1 and 2 remake, and same goes for another game series I also enjoyed playing, which was both Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions and last but not least, Edge of Time.
Well, Spider-Man's not going to come out through Activision anymore.
I know, but I'm saying when you were talking about Beanox here, one of also the games they made in the past. Yeah. What I was trying to say.
Well, Beanox is mostly a PC player. Is mostly for PC ports and stuff, so they can get it onto PC.
So here's the thing, that Windows, aka Microsoft Xbox Game Pass I don't know if Sony will do that. The pass, but they have plus, but plus and pass are two
Well,
different
I'm
things.
gonna I'm gonna tell you right now, it is more than likely that Sony is going to be going toe to toe with Microsoft on that. And
They're
here's
probably
the
gonna
reason
discuss it.
why
They're
I'm
probably gonna
going to say
discuss it.
that. If you look at PlayStation Now, which is a something similar to Xbox Game Pass, but it's actually more than likely going to be faded away and will no longer be there. If you actually go and look at Europe, I don't know if this is true, guys. So let me know in the comments if this is true. But over in Europe, they actually have stopped making PlayStation Now cards over there. You can no longer buy them. This is just what I've heard. I'm listening out.
Yes, yeah, they did that in the UK. They stopped making them in the UK. In the United States, they're still making them.
I'm pretty sure that probably PlayStation Now is probably going to be gone. And it's going to be changed to something more of like PlayStation Pass or um I could see them calling it PlayStation Pass, to be honest with you. Basically what PlayStation
Actually,
Pass
it's
it's
also
going to be
PlayStation Plus.
PlayStation, or they could do something where they could do PlayStation Bronze, PlayStation Silver, and then PlayStation Gold. Um or we have PlayStation Plus, or we could, something along the lines of, they can't get Xbox Gold. They can't take the Xbox Live Gold. They can't do that because that's Xbox's thing. But maybe something where there's tiered, where you have PlayStation Pass, which
No,
is, you have PlayStation Pass and then
they'll think
PlayStation
about it.
Pass Plus.
They will think about what to do for the pass and stuff. Plus,
But that's
Sony and
the
Xbox are not rivals anymore, so they'll probably help do something together to help this Call of Duty franchise and everything else um better again. So
Yeah, but I hope, the one thing I do hope with Activision is that if they do, I just hope the biggest thing is I just hope that Activision and all their games that they produce does not get tainted to going to just Xbox and PC.
I doubt it.
That's the one thing that I don't want to happen. I don't want to happen where Xbox and PlayStation and Activision are solely on those platforms and games on that. Now, yes, I could see, like something from them like Sierra Games. Like, if you guys actually remember, Sierra Games actually is genuinely was under its own umbrella. Sierra got moved, got bought by a company, and then Activision bought a company that had Sierra Games underneath that company. So Sierra Games is technically under um,
Plus, um,
Activision now.
I don't know if you heard this, but the CEO of Activision was talking about the metaverse metaverse of and the owner of and Microsoft and the owner of CEO. They're talking about metaverse. Don't know what that is, but it's a metaverse of all something like that. Like it can be Facebook and stuff. It's
It's probably going to be that. I don't know.
it's like gaming something like Microsoft gaming something.
Well, I don't know. I just know that we got metaverse being talked over by with Facebook. We got all these things. So I don't know what's going to entail with this Activision thing going with metaverse, but I'm pretty sure Activision's kind of, you know, it's just a momentous day. I'm kind of glad that Tencent didn't buy them because they had a big huge stake in Activision. I'm kind of I'm kind of liking that Microsoft has it in store, because at least now I can say that, Microsoft is trying to bolster their Game Pass, and that's the biggest thing. Is I hope that, first off, I hope that all of the exclusive PlayStation Plus stuff that we get for packs, I kind of hope that those also get put on as you get those for free when you sign up for Game Pass. You get those as well. So nobody's left out behind. Do I think that there's going to be exclusive content first on Xbox? Probably. With things like Call of Duty, I'm pretty sure, because if you go back and look, Activision, if you guys go and look back, Activision Call of Duty was actually stuff was being produced first on Xbox 360 and then PlayStation. And then it got flipped around when PlayStation 4 came out and it was being on PlayStation 4. You know, it's not rocket science, I guess, that they're there, but
here's the thing, but we don't know, but it's Modern Warfare 2 is gonna still be made by
yes.
Activision in the CO, but it's actually confirmed Modern Warfare 2 is gonna come out this year, and plus I don't know what's gonna go on Verdansk, Warzone, what they're gonna do for the title skin when they load it in, because we have Modern Warfare, Cold War, now we have Vanguard. Don't know what else is gonna be coming up next.
Now, do you think?
Warzone.
Well, speaking of Verdansk here, I had a good explanation about that because right before Verdansk came out here, did the bomb run like it was on those last March when the game actually came out, was right when it got to the part when Black Ops Cold War was about to come out. It was way different here because all of us here, no matter when you got closer to the end, after you were done finding Woods at the airport and finally got the Bay of Pigs gun, then finish a few more of the supply crates. After those were over, then you had to run straight to the main building here. I keep forgetting the name of the building, but it's where that Plaza building is from Die Hard, but keep forgetting the name of that original skyscraper was before they put the skyscraper from Die Hard in it. But it shows all of us have no vehicles, no weapons, and we're all just running straight for that building right before a nuclear bomb goes off here and wipes for
I don't know.
the map.
To be honest,
no, they never put it out yet. It's probably going to be.
That's my possibility. That's my possibility of what's going to happen if they brought Verdansk back here. Just finish off of where that part started.
They're probably going to do the same thing that we did for Vanguard. They're probably going to do the same thing for that.
Who knows? It could be a whole new. It could be. It may not be Verdansk anymore. There could be.
I'll send you a YouTube link of when it gets closer to that conclusion, so we're all on the same page to understand that part. But
yeah, because I'm not gonna be the speculative person that likes to speculate on things.
We'll just wait and find out what's gonna happen for if Verdansk come back or Caldera is gonna stay the same.
What I'm kind of hoping is, I'm pretty sure that Halo's gonna get this battle royale. I'm pretty sure that because now that Microsoft kind of sees Warzone as looking at this, I'm pretty sure we're probably going to have something along the lines of we might get something where maybe we go back in and look at Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare. Look at those games. Those games were trash. I'm gonna tell you right now, those games are trash.
They're bad.
But
I wonder why they stopped making those.
But if we take a look at that, if we take a look at that and say Microsoft's under it, maybe we might get something better. Futuristic warfare. Maybe futuristic warfare comes back in Call of Duty, and maybe it's being undone. Maybe they tie in Halo somehow. Maybe they tie in Halo somehow to Call of Duty. Maybe Halo's this futuristic thing that's out there, and we have all these Halos, and Call of Duty somehow tied into this. As Call of Duty's kind of this early on stuff, and Halo's this futuristic warfare, and they tie it in. Maybe that's the thing.
They might cross over from Halo to Modern Warfare.
And they might take Halo as, say, they might have Call of Duty and Halo combined together. Who knows? I'm just saying that, maybe they conclude that Master Chief is, that they have these things that we don't know.
Or like, what else?
This is just speculative, guys. This isn't me just.
I agree. It is.
What was that zombie game? Oh, I forgot the name. Oh my god, it
Get
had
Up's
chainsaws. She
Arcade.
no, it had chainsaws. I forgot what it was called.
Well, the only one I
Gears of
can
War.
think of.
Gears of War.
Maybe
Yeah.
Gears of War.
That
Maybe more likely
that was
Gears of
another one.
War
But I'm just glad that
tie-in
also
too.
another one of my favorite games that is also being worked on the process right now, but should be coming out very soon is Splinter Cell.
Well,
Or no, I
but
forgot the name.
there's one game that we're all missing here. There's one game. Do you ever think will come back?
Skylanders.
There's a game. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to see if you guys can guess this. This game was released for. This game was released under another company, but was bought. That company is still around and still making games to this day. They just sold the name of the game to Activision a while back as far as the PS2 days, and is now no longer in production. They ended in the Xbox One, I believe, when Xbox One and things were coming
I
out.
forgot the name, but the only company that stopped doing it, the only company that stopped making stuff, Activision completely stopped making Skylanders. Skylanders was the OG thing. When I was growing up. I don't know if they're gonna bring that back anymore. They might.
They might. Who knows?
They might bring that back.
They might not bring it back. They might just can it entirely.
Yeah,
because Disney Infinity is no longer in production either. Disney Infinity is kind of done.
Yeah.
And I have 3 Disney Infinity games on my PC, and I don't have to use the Toys to Life thing with it. So I don't know. Are Skylanders going to be there? But there's one question, one game. Neversoft was part of it. Activision was under it.
Neversoft was another popular company.
No,
back in the 90s.
Neversoft never. Yes, but
anymore.
This one was produced by Neversoft. This was also under Activision. This game was initially back on the PS2. Then it got ported. Then it got on to the PS3, Xbox 360. It got on to the. It even got into PC, by the way. This was also on PC, but it only released one game on PC from this franchise. The PC port was horrible. They canned the PC. It then stayed on just the PlayStation and the Xbox. It was also on the Wii, by the way. It was not Call of Duty. And it was originally done by another.
Call of Duty. Call of Duty was on the Wii.
Yes, Call of Duty was on the Wii. But this game was on the PS. This game, games were produced. Nope. Just Dance is under Ubisoft.
Oh, I knew. Oh my gosh. I didn't know about Ubisoft.
This game was. Now, mind you, this game was released on the PS2. The first game was released on the PS2. The second game got released on the PS2 and the Xbox 360. The third game, not Call of Duty. This is not Call of Duty. The third game got released on PS2, Xbox 360, Wii.
All I can think of is Guitar Hero 3, maybe.
You are correct, Scarlett. Guitar Hero. Do you think Guitar Hero will come back?
Oh, I think it should. It was my favorite video game series when it involves of listening to your favorite musics while playing it. And last but not least, my old school favorite that has been popular from the 90s and was during closer to the mid part of 2010s was Dance Dance Revolution.
Well, Dance Dance Revolution, I don't know who that's under. I don't think it's under Activision, though.
It was by Konami.
Yeah. That's actually, did you know that Dance Dance Revolution is actually still around, Scarlett?
Yeah, I know, but
it's no longer on consoles, though. It's only arcades.
I know, but I'm like saying, for example, here, for some of the ones you enjoy at arcade, you can transfer some of the songs that you like listen from the arcades to your own consoles at your own place. But
remember, Guitar Hero could come back. That's the big thing.
Oh yeah, and same goes for.
If you guys are wondering, Rock Band is still around, guys. Rock Band is still around. Rock Band is still around, and Rock Band 4 is on Xbox One and PS4. It's still around. They're still releasing songs. Harmonix is still doing what they want with that. But the problem is, is Activision dropped it after Guitar Hero Live. Guitar Hero Live was atrocious. I don't like it. I hope that game gets canned and never comes back. And I hope that they bring back the OG Guitar Hero. Bring back Guitar Hero the way that it's meant to be. If it doesn't, guys, there's always other alternatives. You got Clone Hero, you got Rock Band.
There's DJ Hero.
Well, that DJ Hero was also under. Could that come back too? We don't know.
I know, but I was just naming off like the possibilities that were similar to
We don't
Guitar
know.
Hero. Like, like I said, DJ Hero.
They shipped. There's a few other games out there that you guys can go. We have Guitar Hero, but Guitar Hero's gone, mind you. Rock Band is still there, but it's hanging on by every. There's probably going to be new Guitar Hero 5's come. Rock Band 5 is probably going to be coming out here soon. I don't know when that will be because we got the new systems.
You never know.
But you never know.
Activision, Sony, Godfall, that probably will come to Xbox. You never know. They might be coming to Xbox. Because Sony might merge with Xbox, so you never know that.
Okay, I'm looking at okay. You guys think Prototype, Prototype come back? Prototype was a game that was released back in 2015 under Activision. You think Prototype will come back?
What's this?
That could be a possibility. Yeah.
AC Impact. Well, it's an anime game.
Because that could come back. Prototype could come back. We've got let's see. Let's go list of Activision games. There's a lot of these games that could come back. Hero could the OG Hero from back then. I don't know. Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters was originally done by Activision for the Commodore 64. By the way,
and actually, I actually have the 2008 video game of that for my Wii.
How about some like Horizon? Well, Horizon might be going to Xbox too. Well,
let's see.
What about Rampage? Do you think they'll come out with Rampage again? That was under Activision.
That was a good one here. Oh, I grew up with that.
I was going to say Clash of Clans, but that's a mobile game.
Oh,
let's see.
By the way, if for any of you who are fans of Candy Crush, that will now be a Microsoft title.
Ooh, I might get that.
I actually already have one puzzle game that I'm glad I bought from last year, but I'm still gonna collect the other ones.
I didn't know Candy Crush is an Activision game.
Yes, it is.
Another, but Tetris.
Tetris is not gonna be under.
No,
I was just saying it's one of my favorite puzzle games besides Candy Crush. Is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Skylanders was made by Activision. They were made by Activision.
Skylanders, I could see them coming out. I could see them probably maybe continuing it, but
a different franchise. A different franchise, though.
It might come back, but I don't know.
Don't know. It might be coming back, but it died when it stopped continuing. I don't remember when it stopped continuing, but I can Google it right now.
Do you think they could, like, I'm just going through I'm going through
this 2018 when it stopped.
Wolfenstein. Did you know that? I didn't know Wolfenstein was under certain. What?
Skylanders might come back. It might be coming back. Maybe. Don't know. It might be coming back.
Let's see.
Even though Microsoft's in charge, I don't know. It might pin it back into bringing back the Skylanders life. It was popular. The Skylanders was the popular thing ever Activision made.
Now, the only ones that I'm thinking, do they continue to support World of Warcraft? Because I forgot about World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is that big game, but all I know is that Activision was bought by Microsoft. It is actually okay that Microsoft bought it, but at the same time, I don't like it because I would rather Activision be under its own umbrella, being its own company, you know. But what can you do? Activision's kind of the thing there. But guys, this video is probably going on for a little bit too long. If you guys want to check out Scarlet and check out Glash, you guys can go check them out in the link in the description, or in the links in the description for where their YouTubes are at, and wherever you guys can catch them on playing games. You can check Scarlet out. Where can they find you?
Well, they can find me on my YouTube channel. Same goes for Twitch here, which I'm trying to get a working process, get everything on that all set up right, and that's going to happen maybe either before or after, or maybe during spring break in 2 months here. So mark your calendars on that. Here, which is going to be which the spring break is going to start for me here. My spring break is going to start during the middle of March here, but so during either the beginning, or during, or closer to the end of spring break, I should get my Twitch account all set up here.
Where can they find you, Glass?
YouTube. I'm gonna try and work on getting.
And last but not least, you can
also Scarlet.
find me. Also, you can find me also on Coob, COUB, Coob here, one of all of other stuff that you enjoy for entertainment purposes as well.
Okay.
But you can find me on YouTube. I stream mostly when I'm off my work. But once I get my Twitch set up, I'll be streaming on there for I don't know how long, but I will start streaming. I might make some videos about what class you use and tips on Modern Warfare or Call of shooting games or anything like that. So please
guys,
follow me.
Go follow these two guys.
I'm trying to get to 30 subscribers.
Now, mind you, guys, don't go and subscribe to people that you like. Go check these guys out. Like for me, don't subscribe to my channel if you guys aren't gonna watch my stuff. You guys can check me out here on this beautiful, lovely YouTube, where I mostly play single player content. Sometimes I talk about news. Very seldomly do I do. But when it's something that involves games that I play, like Call of Duty, you guys will see that on the occasion here on YouTube. You guys can also check me out over on Twitch, Gamingmadirocks over there as well.
I have 34 subscribers.
Yeah, I know you do.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
here's a good thing for me. I might be someone's gonna teach me how to set up YouTube. I was on a stream last night. I sent me his Discord link. I joined it. He's gonna set me up on YouTube how to. He said keep the great up. He's a live stream. He said keep up the great work. He commented on my video, my live stream video. He said keep up the great work.
Yep, just keep doing what you're doing, guys. I've been doing. I will tell you.
You can also find me on Discord as well. Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Yep, you guys can also check out the Discord. I forgot about Discord. You guys can check out my Discord channel down below. The final thing I'm going to say before I do quite get off, if you guys are trying to start YouTube or anything like that, please please go check out Level. Level is the easiest person that you can go and find. He can teach you how to set up your Twitches to make it a lot better, seamless. First off, I will tell you guys, if you guys go, you guys can find videos all the way back, dating back to 2013. That was when I started YouTube. I had an account. I've been on YouTube since.
That was perfect for all of us.
I was been doing YouTube since then. I was off and on until about 2020, or actually when I got done with college, basically. I wasn't really doing YouTube all that often. Because, I probably should have been doing it a lot more often, but I wasn't doing it as much. I probably should have, you guys go look back. My most viewed videos are not video games related. My most viewed video is actually a video game on a tutorial on how to actually install a modification for Command & Conquerors using the Origin client. So you guys can go check that out here on my YouTube. You guys can go check out Glass's latest last stream, and then you guys can go check out Scarlet and I when we did Pokemon, which was actually not the best video, but you guys can go check that out over on his channel.
It was just a starter point for get things all set up here, but
also plan on getting things set up. I'm gonna give it a shout out. I'm gonna tell him. And plus, I'm gonna give it a shout out to go. I'm about to put a link in my live stream. Put a link in there. Go follow this dude. He's super cool. His name is Seabass Plays. Go follow him. He's super cool. He's really wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah,
remember anything that I mentioned, any videos that I mentioned today.
Is also Smitty Plus.
Remember, guys, I'm not recommending. I'm going to say those guys. The other three people that I'm going to recommend, where I got my information, some of this information was go check out Ink Slasher. Go check out Spawnwave. Spawnwave's probably got something going on. Go check out RGT85, which is where initially, I didn't see it initially. I saw it from Dreamcast Guy, who was the guy that I actually followed. I found him because of Metal Jesus. Metal Jesus I found because I was following somebody else, and it wouldn't spiral from there. That's kind of how YouTube works. YouTube will find you things that you like. So just go check out those guys. Go check out these guys. These guys have done some wonderful, better information than what I have to produce. So, but you can always stay here, subscribe. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to subscribe. But just remember, come back every day at 5 o'clock most of the time. 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday.
Great.
Now the final thing that I'm going to mention is that these bugs that are happening with Activision, if they're still going to be there next year, they're probably. I'm kind of hoping that they do have 4 teams instead of 3 teams working on this, where we have Raven, we have Infinity Ward, we have Treyarch, all still working on Call of Duty, but then we have maybe somebody else that Microsoft adds into the mix to kind of help out with these guys getting their yearly release. Maybe they do, but that's beside the point. So I'm gonna say, I hope you guys enjoyed. The question, I'm gonna put you guys down in the comments. What did you guys think about this Activision development? That Microsoft buying it. Also try to what else could you see that Microsoft got out of this besides Overwatch, besides the Hearthstone, besides all the big major titles like Call of Duty, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, StarCraft. What other games do you think that Activision has under their belt that I didn't mention all throughout this video that you could see coming back through Microsoft? So yeah, so guys, remember, this is not going to go. This deal has not gone through yet. They still potentially, we gotta wait and see if when June rolls around, see if Activision is bought by Microsoft, truly bought by Microsoft. I don't give it until it's fully set in stone that Microsoft has fully bought them. So we'll find out next year at 2023 in June of 2023, and if that's the case, we'll see how things finished up then. We'll come back, we'll check on it, and we'll see you guys later.